Hello parents, this is Ms. West, and I'm just here to make sure that my students and parents are aware of how to log in and access the resources on Houston Public Learning link through Clever. There are two sites that I posted on the Class Dojo resources page when I posted about summer reading suggestions. There was a resource page, and I had the Houston Public Library Learning link on there. So I just want to take a few minutes and show you how to get to those books, okay? So when your child logs into Clever on any device, their tablets or computers at home, they just click here to the Houston Public Library Learning link for elementary. If it is not saved in their favorites, here are my favorites up here at the top, they can go down here over to the left, come down, right here, where it says Library References, and click on the link there. But you can always click the heart and it will save it up at the top. So once you click on it, it will take you here to the website. Now, this is the website for the Houston Public Library, but going this route is a lot faster than just Googling Houston Public Library and looking for the learning link in their website, okay? But if you just go there, it'll be here. But either way you get there, if you scroll down, okay, you come here and you look at you'll see Boundless and Comics Plus. These are the two that I mentioned on the resources page, okay? Now, I'll do a separate video, just so this won't be long, to show you how Boundless is an app, and it can be downloaded from the App Store. I have it on my phone. I use it to look at and listen to books or read books that I might check out through the learning link. So it makes it really convenient for you to have the app on your phone or your device. So I'll show you that later. Let's jump here into the book section here, the main section. So once you come here, you can browse the books. Oh, let's see. I wanted to also show you on here, you can skip to the middle school or the high school section. If you have students, if you have children that are in middle school or high school, they too can access this. And if they are in HISD, their logins should be exactly the same as what I'm going to show you. All right, so once you're here, you can go through here and you can browse without signing in, but to sign in, the student will need their ID and their birth date information. So let me show you what that's going to be, okay? So the username is the first initial of last name plus ID. Okay, and what does that look like? So I have a student that I showed this to a while back, and I just happened to have his birth date information and ID here. So that's Carlos Cruz, okay? Hi, Carlos, if you're looking. All right, or Mateo, his brother. Okay, so Carlos Cruz. So his last name starts with the letter C. Okay, so his login, his username will be the letter C, and I'm capitalizing it, but it does not matter whether it's uppercase or lowercase c. And then he would put in his ID number. I'm not going to put in his actual ID number, but he would put his ID number in right here. Notice there's no S. The students are used to putting S in their ID number. Don't do that. First letter of your last initial, okay? Now, the not password, it's actually called PIN, okay? their PIN number is the month and day of their birth. Month and day of birth, okay? So Carlos was born December 30th, all right? Doesn't matter what year because you don't need it. So he would put in 1230. That's it. He would put in 1230. So it has to be 4 digits. Okay, so for example, if someone's birthday was today, June, well, let's not say today, but let's say their birthday was June 7th. Okay, well, that would be 0607, 4 digits. All right, it needs to be 4 digits. So if your birth month is a single digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, put a 0 in front of it. If the birth date, the day that they were born is a single digit, okay, again, 1 through 9, put a 0 in front of that digit so that there are 4 digits for the PIN. And that's all that they need to do, okay? So let me get rid of this. Well, there, okay. I don't want that to be confusing. All right, now let's sign in. I'm gonna sign in over here. Mine is saved, so it'll just sign me in. And you can save yours too. That way you don't have to remember how to do that. All right, so there's different ways that you can browse. You can look, just kind of go by the different categories, but that's just a tiny, tiny bit. Okay, once they get to a section where they're interested in seeing something, they can click See All. Up here at the top, that I have covered up, there's a search bar up here. So if they're interested in a particular title, you can always put it in the search bar there at the top, okay? Now, your child can scroll through and just look at the various books. They can filter by sections here, graphic novels or nonfiction or beginner readers or whatever. They can choose to only look at the ones that are available. Okay, the ones that are available to rent, to check out right now. Or they can choose to only look at the eBooks and not the audio books, or vice versa. Only look at the audio books and not the eBooks. All right? So as you're browsing, pay attention to if the book is available. You'll see like this one right here, this Babysitter's Club book. See the word wait list across the front? That's not available to be checked out. You can put it on hold. Putting it on hold is a very simple process, but you do need to put in an email address so that when the book is available, an email will be sent to you and you'll know to come and check it out. Okay, I can't recall if it automatically checks it out to the person or if it just lets you know your book is ready to be checked out, and then you have a certain amount of time to come and check it out. Okay, but you can continue to browse through, and let's say that you see a book that you're interested in. Okay, so click on the book. You have a paragraph here that will tell you what the story is about. Tells you that you can check it out. Now, if you happen to click on one and you didn't realize it said wait list, you won't see this checkout button. It'll say place on hold down here. Okay, it'll give you an age range, tell you how many pages there are in the book, things like that. Now, if you like this book and you're ready to check it out, you can simply click on check out. If you like it but you want to keep looking and you don't want to forget about this book, you can click this little heart right there, which you cannot do if you're not logged in. You can click that little heart. It'll save it in your wish list. Okay, I'll show you where the wish list is over here later. Now, let's say that you like it, the cover looks interesting, and you read a little bit over here, you like it, you want to check it out. Okay, so click the button, check out, and it tells you when the book is due. That means that when you come back to read it, it just won't be available for you to read anymore. And you can start to read it. Your options are to download it or return it. Okay, downloading can occur on your laptop like I have here, but it is most useful if you have the app and it's on your phone or a tablet that you have, that you carry with you as you're traveling or something like that. You can download it, and that way you don't have to worry about connecting to any Wi-Fi to get back into the system. You just go to your app and read it that way. So you'll see that in another video. Okay, so reading it. Click on the read button. Takes a few minutes for it to load. Sometimes it goes quickly, sometimes it takes a little while for it to load everything for the book. But once that happens, it'll open it up here, and you can just kind of click through and start reading the chapters as it goes. Now, when you move your mouse up here at the top, you'll see that you can go full screen right here. You can change the font size. You can bookmark it so you don't lose your place where you left off when you stop it. There is a play button. You can change the volume, probably the speed of reading also is right here, audio options. Highlight options, whether you want to highlight word by word or highlight sentence by sentence or no highlighting at all. You can change the kind of voice that is used to read this and the speed. Okay. You can make some notes as you read the book, look up the meaning of a word that you hear or see that you don't understand. You can look up a word. Now, let's go back to this play button. This is not an audio book, okay? Even though there's a play button. Most of the time, if you click on an ebook and it does have a play button, because all of them do not have a play button. If it does have a play button, the play is a little more computerized, the voice, okay?
Introduction. This book contains 30 stories about the children and teachers at Wayside School.
Okay, so you hear that. It's very computerized. That is not the same way an audiobook will sound, and I'll show you that now. So this is reading it. It opens up in a new tab. So you see the arrows here are gray. So when you want to get out of this, you'll have to close the tab. You can't click the back button. Close the tab, and it'll take you back to this checkout screen right here. Now, once you started listening to the book or reading the book for a little bit, and you find that, okay, I've gotten through the first chapter and it's not all that interesting, well, then just come back here to your options and return. Okay, and it's really quite as easy as that. Okay, so we're going to go back. We can hit the back button, or we can go back to where it said featured list. Okay, now let me show you the difference with an audiobook. Okay, and let's just pick this audiobook right here. Okay, so again, it'll give you a synopsis, tell you a little bit about what the storyline is like. We'll check it out. You can now notice you don't have a download here, so you'll have to come to the site back here to this website to listen to it. But click on listen when you're ready to listen to it. Now, this is an audiobook. It will only read the story. It will not read the story and show you the pages, whether it has pictures in here or not. If you click on an eAudio book, it will only read the story. You will only see the cover of the book like this. And so you'll click. Now, you might think that's a little computerized, but it's not. That's just that person's voice, okay? But it is a more natural and human voice when you listen to an audiobook. Sometimes there's music that plays along with certain scenes in the audiobook, but it's a much more natural voice. You can bookmark it, and so that you save wherever you left off. It'll pick up where you left off, okay? And then you can put a timer here. You can say, okay, I just wanted to play for 15 minutes or 30 minutes and then stop. Okay, it says sleep timer. So if I want to listen to it, I think I'm going to be asleep in 15 minutes, so I don't want it to keep playing after I fall asleep. That's what this is for. All right. And then here I think is the speed. Yeah. So if you think that it's reading too slowly, you can speed it up a little bit. Okay. And so here's the difference. So that's pretty fast. So I hope you can hear that, because I think I've done this before and it may or may not have the sound in the video. All right, so let's get out of here. Okay, and we'll return this. All right, now let's go up here to the 3 lines, to my shelf. Here is where you can see how much you read in a period of time. You can see what you have checked out, how many you have checked out, what you have on hold, your wish list, and your checkout history. As you listen, it'll give you different little badges, which are kind of fun for some people. On your wish list, as you save things in your wish list, it'll put it here, okay? And then when you're done with it, you can click there and click remove. And it will remove it from my wish list. It takes a little while sometimes. Sometimes it happens right away, but you can order your wish list, ABC, whatever you need. There it is. So it took a few minutes for it to regroup and remove that from my wish list. Okay, but that's all you do is just click on those little buttons and okay, click on those little buttons and it'll get rid of it. Okay, so that is HPL. I wanted to show you that, and I wanted to now remember, it's removed the little information, but remember, when you sign in using the child's first letter of their last name and their ID. The PIN is their birth date, but just the month and the day, not the year. Okay? If they like to, they can add their picture right here or make a little emoji if they would like to do that. Okay, now we're going to get out of there. We're going to come back here to Clever. And we're going to look at Comics Plus. And I'll show you that real quick and then we're done. Now it says log into your library. It's the same thing. Okay, so for example, if I was logging in for Carlos, C for Cruz, okay, and then it would be his his ID number, and then 12/30 for his birth date, okay. Now, I'm not going to log in for him because I don't want to put his ID number up there, but I will log in for me. Okay. And you can save it if you want to. I don't want to save it right now because in case I have to do another video, I don't want mine to auto-generate like that. But here is only comic books. Different styles, fiction, nonfiction, lower grade, upper grade, lots of different comic books. There are, just like in HPL, there are books in Spanish and English here. The main difference, other than the fact that these are all comic books, excuse me, is that this will not, this section, this app or whatever you want to call it, this site, will not read the books. The students must read the books on their own. Okay, so if they see something they like, they can click on it like I just did. Gives you the title, the author, and everything. Gives you a summary of what the book is about. You can click the plus button, and you see it says add to my shelf, so you can save it to go and watch, read it later, or read now. Okay, now when you click on the read now, if you notice that a button says add it to my shelf. Well, as soon as you open a book to read it, it's going to automatically add it to your shelf. So this is just a brief information about how you can advance through the book. When you want to see the tools, you can hit the escape button on the keyboard. When you want to go to the next page, you can hit one of the forward or backward arrows. If you want to go again to the next page, you can hit the return key. These are different ways that you can advance through the book. Okay, then it tells you things that you could do with the mouse. Okay, we'll get out of that. Okay. And so and I'm hitting the enter button right now, the return key. So as we go through this, you'll be able to see that. Now, when you click on it, I've just used my mouse to click on it, I see all the pages of the entire book down here at the bottom. And then I can switch views. I can see 2 pages at a time if I'd like to see 2 pages at a time. Or I can see 1 page at a time. You can also see multiple pages. If I want to zoom in because I want to look closer at the pictures or I want to see the words better, I can do that. Okay, and move it around and read it that way. Okay, and then once I advance it to the next page, it resets and goes back to its original view. And then each time I'll need to bring it forward. Okay, now I think, no, I'm trying to use my hand to zoom in. It will not do that. Okay, so you do have to use the tools to zoom in and zoom out. All right, there we go. Let me get out of this. Okay, so if you want to browse by categories or see what's just added, maybe see what's popular, something like that, you can always use any of these features up here. Or you can search for something specific. If you want to see what Spanish books they have, you can put that in there. And then scroll through and see what Spanish comics they have. Okay. Unfortunately, they have not added very many, it looks like. It's only 2 pages of the Spanish books. Okay. And then for my shelf will show you what you've read. Anything that you've opened, and it'll show you how much of the book you've read. If you've read all the book or it just started or whatever. Okay, most of these are not read because I've used them as examples. All right, so that's using the Boundless and Comics Plus through HPL, through the Houston Public Library Learning Link. So please let me know if you have any questions. Please utilize these. They're great resources, especially if you're traveling. You can download it. The next video that I'll post or add in this whole post, if it takes me longer, I'll just add all the links in this one in one post. I will show you how to go to the App Store and download the Boundless app. This app right here is in the App Store, and it can be added to your phone or tablet, and it makes it really easy for students to read on the go. Okay? All right, I hope you found this helpful and will utilize these resources. Please let me know if you need any help. Have a great summer.